about them.
Really didn't give you a lot, but we do have a lightning round.
So we do.
We're going to pack in some, I don't know, shorter answers. So I'm going to start off, and we're just going to ping pong back and forth, the two of us.
Bring it on.
We're going to see how this goes. You ready, Drew?
Ready.
All right. From FitNix. Best high-end snap cap pens, preferably with gold nibs. Drew?
Lamy 2000, obviously. And then pretty much any ST DuPont. They're all gold nibs. They're all snap caps. They're super nice.
All right.
The end.
Fair. All right. That's it.
All right.
I'm not going to get my piece. We're just going to go back and forth.
Our friend Jade Twyler, that's what we called him one time, but it's actually Detweiler, John, I believe, asks, returning to the office soon, what are some of the best work pens? Brian, go.
Okay. TWSBI Eco, inexpensive, high ink capacity, workhorse pen. You can see your ink level. Great. Lamy 2000, writes great, doesn't look too flashy, so people wouldn't necessarily think like, ooh, what a fancy pen. Who's he trying to be? Or, ooh, I want to steal that. But it's a nice, classy pen. Great to use. And Jinhao Dragon, just because you haven't been around people a lot, and you'll be like, yeah, I got a effing bomb of a pen. What are you going to do? Look at me. That's if you want to just like, screw it. I'm back in the office. I'm wearing cargo shorts with a Hawaiian shirt, and I'm bringing a Dragon pen. What are you going to do?
God.
What are you going to do? I've been working at home with no pants for the last 2 years, so you're lucky you get this. I'm just going off the rails with it. But
oh, my God. All right. I kind of like that.
All right. Ashuria's Nook. How can you tell when a nib is damaged? My niece dropped my pen and is now scratchy as heck. Oh boy.
Yeah. Use a loop. You'll be able to see if anything's misaligned or totally jacked up. If it's more scratchy going left to right or right to left, then it is the opposite direction. You probably have a misaligned tines. One's like going like that or that. And honestly, a drop can really ruin a nib. So you'll see pretty quickly whether or not it needs some TLC. Might bring it to a nibmeister. The end. Use a loop.
Or replace it if it's a swappable nib. That could
Also
be, yeah. If it's like something that can be replaced with a Yovo or something like that, a Goulet nib, replacing it's going to be cheaper and getting it fixed by Nibmeister. So that could be an option. Boom. All right.
Fisher Girl 63 asks, do nibs ever need to be replaced after certain amounts of time?
Yes, a certain amount, an uncertain amount of time, maybe. I wouldn't say certain. So, I mean, it's a wear item. You use it enough, it's going to wear down. And if you go to like Nibmeisters and stuff like that, you'll definitely see nibs that, especially if they're being used by the same person and they're held at the same angle, it's friction. Paper over time will wear away metal. It takes
for
a very
years
long
and
time.
years and years and years and years.
It's usually decades, but it depends on the nib. If you have an untipped nib versus a tip nib and all this kind of stuff, there's different quality of tipping that can make a difference. If it's an extra fine nib versus a double broad, the amount of tipping on there, that can make a difference. But yes, over time, that you can get basically like a flat spot on the nib that can wear down. If there's enough tipping material, you might be able to get it reground, maybe not to the same nib size. If you have a broad and it's really flat, it might then be a fine after it's ground, but it might be salvageable. You don't have to replace it, but it all depends. So this is the kind of thing like, over time, yes, eventually, but it's not like if you're used to using like calligraphy nibs, like dip calligraphy nibs, you basically buy those things in like 50 packs because you're replacing them all the time. It's not anything like that. Pretty much if you have more than like a couple of pens, you're probably not going to use any one pen enough to where you're ever going to have to literally replace the nib because you've used it so much. So I wouldn't really worry about it too much.
Gotcha. Also, just buy a bunch of pens and swap them out. Just the more pens, the less you'll wear them down. All right. Next one.
All right. Oh, yeah. This is me. Okay. Emma, 1996 NL says, are you able to ship to Europe again? And do you send bought stickers in envelopes or boxes?
Well, you know what? I meant to ask somebody about the stickers and I forgot to do that. But Emma, we never stopped sending to Europe. We have always shipped to Europe and we cover most of Europe with the exception of some, smaller territories and some countries. We usually send to most of the European continent. The only thing is we do have a limit on orders shipping to the UK. They have to be over $200 in order to leave us and go to them. But we never stopped shipping to Europe.
Yeah. It depends where in Europe. Yeah. And obviously with stuff going on in Russia, Ukraine, there is disruptions that are happening. And there are certain countries where certain shipping carriers are available, not available. That kind of changes. We actually check it basically weekly and we'll adjust accordingly.
We have a list of all the countries we do not ship to on our FAQ section of our website, but most of Europe gets shipped to.
Yeah. And as far as the stickers and the envelopes or boxes thing, it honestly is going to depend if other things are ordered with it. If you're literally just ordering stickers, it's probably going to go out in an envelope. And I know we do get questions from time to time. People are like, just throw it in a stamp and, throw a stamp on a regular envelope and ship it out. And it's like, yeah, theoretically that would be good, but that's not really how it works when you have like a full scale shipping operation, because we have to have tracking. We have a whole system that has to mark stuff and send emails and all that kind of stuff. And we can't do that if we just throw a stamp on a thing. So theoretically, if you
padded envelopes.
Yeah, we usually use padded envelopes, but it's going to, we're going to have all the same shipping costs, which is kind of stinks, but makes it so that like if you just want to order stickers, it seems expensive, and it kind of is, but it's also expensive for us to process it too. So it's kind of like, it's really meant more of like tacking on while you're ordering other things, and all the costs kind of just get absorbed together. If you're just ordering stickers, they are very expensive stickers.
If you buy an empty bottle, those are super cheap, and we'd have to put those in a box.
There you go. You get stickers, or just get like 500 stickers at once. Anyway, if you place an order for $85, you get free shipping. So there you go. There's your answer. All right, John.
All right. Last one comes from PotterWatch221B. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
A pen/ink that you think is overrated. You know what, Brian? I will say that I know that this one is torturing you, but I almost put one on here where someone asked, could you give me some like advice on starting my own business? And I wanted you to be able to answer that in like
a lightning round question.
Yes, I thought that'd be funny.
Pen business or just any business?
Any business. So I was like, let me troll Brian by putting such a big question in here that he has to answer in over a minute. Like, yeah, I'll leave him alone. I won't do that. But
start it.
That's tempting.
Do it.
Start. All right, no, don't answer that. Answer this one.
Okay.
Something that's overrated. A pen or ink.
Anything brown, probably.
Oh,
is overrated. Yeah, that's
Disconnect
what I would have
this
to say. No, I legitimately thought about this, and I came up with nothing. Because, look, in order for something to be overrated, I would have to feel like too many people think it's good when I don't think it's actually good. There's things that maybe I don't like as much that other people do, but then I don't feel that's overrated. That's just what other people think, and that's fine. So I don't know. I got in my own head about this one, and I don't have a great answer. I don't know. A lot of people like the CP1, the Lamy CP1. Personally, I just don't like that pen that much. So that's always kind of like my go-to overrated pen. It's a fine pen.
It's also not super popular either.
It's waned a little bit over the years. As long
All right,
as
here's one. We just published the underrated fountain pen inks video, and you said that Rouille d'encre is not is some people like that, and you don't understand why.
No, I understand why. I just don't like that color.
Oh, okay. You said you don't quite get it.
I don't
in the
get
video.
It. I don't get it. Like in my own like I don't like it. This is not my color, but I understand why the people that like it like it.
You're far too tolerant, Brian.
And I don't think there's more. You got to understand, Drew. Like, my entire job is like seeing the potential in every pen, every product that we sell. Like if it's
I can do that too. I do that when I'm in like Drew work mode, but when I'm in Drew, selfish consumer mode, I can hate all sorts of stuff. I just have a really, I don't know. I struggle with this one. I one. I don't know. What do you think is overrated? Maybe you can get the pump primes here. Do you have I think this is overrated thing? Maybe I can play off of that a little bit. I think the Platinum 3776 is overrated.
Really?
Absolutely. Why would you pick that over any Sailor or any Platinum in an equal price? No contest.
Or Pilot?
I like it. I think it's fine, but I think it's I think it's overrated. Absolutely. I could give you a dozen things I think is overrated. Now, granted, if I put on my Drew, I work at the Goulet Pen Company hat, there is absolutely a ton of virtues I could extol on the 3776 as to why I think that could be a particular customer's ideal pen. But for me, the consumer, putting on the consumer hat, it's for the birds. You got to be able to switch gears.
I guess I'm not that versatile, Drew. I am what I am.
Fair enough. All right. I don't want you to change, Brian. You stay the same.
I only see the good in all of them.
Oh God.
All right. No, I'm really struggling. Maybe am I not understanding the question right? I know we're going long on this one, but it's the last question we got. I'm really struggling with this one. I don't know. Maybe let's use some feedback. Okay, so we'll get some feedback in the comments. Let me know what pens you all think are overrated, Maybe I'm overanalyzing. I'm trying to think.
A lot of people think the Lamy 2000 is overrated. Remember, we covered that.
Well, those people can go to hell. No, I'm just kidding. It's no.
Oh, we found it, folks.
Keep it family friendly.